Good evening, guys. Cheers. Welcome back. Shadak here. And man, we got some action-packed things in store and in line for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. Obviously, this is a continued thing for me. It's new for me as well, so I'm still getting the hang of a lot of things. And yeah, I wasn't supposed to actually release a vlog. My next vlog actually was only supposed to be scheduled for the review of Resident Evil, which is coming out in about a week or so. And I'm really amped and excited for that, and Capcom is really cooking with what they've been showing. Also, a ton of Crimson Desert games have been coming out, reviews, or not reviews, gameplay videos, so please check that out. But yeah, Resident Evil is coming out soon, so that's going to be really interesting, and that's the one I'm really looking forward to doing a review for. But I thought I'd do a really quick QTE, like a really just quick time event vlog video. It's not going to be too long, but I think it's just to capture kind of what's been going on. I mean, this weekend was crazy in the world of gaming. Crazy. And it's been all over the headlines of what's been happening. You'll see it all over, actually. My channel is not going to be the only one you're going to see it. But there's been so much happening, and I thought I'd just kind of capitalize on what's going on and kind of give you guys the breakdown of everything. So, and I think, you know, not to wait too long, let's just start with the big one. And the big one is that PlayStation has laid off Bluepoint Games, which is sad. For many of you that know what Bluepoint Games or who they are, they released some crazy bangers of remakes, man. They came out with the Demon Souls remake, and they did an absolute fantastic job on it. They released the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which, man, I enjoyed that, because Shadow of the Colossus is, if there was ever a case for gaming to be considered an art form, and they needed a game to fight for that case, Shadow of the Colossus would be the front runner for that. And they released these remakes. They not only released remakes, they also remade a few games, like Uncharted series and so on. So they knew what they were doing, and the fidelity of these games, the remake that they did with these games was perfection. They kept the core mechanics of these games, they improved the graphics like crazy, and they kept what made the game special, and that's kind of how they grew into the studio. And now there's a lot of talk of why this happened, and this is sad news. It's really unfortunate. 70 of the workers were put obviously without work, which is unfortunate, man. And you know, layoffs are never an easy thing. We've seen Microsoft been laying a ton of things, and even just gaming companies in general have just been seeing a big number of layoffs, which is sad. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, a lot of people, and there's a lot of speculation as to why. And Herman Hulch, who is the CEO currently of PlayStation, I stand corrected, but he put out a statement, and he was basically saying that, you know, with the budget costs and how gaming is changing, unfortunately they had to let Bluepoint Studios go, which doesn't make sense to me. They were a brilliant studio, and just what intonation, man. What is happening in the gaming world with the layoffs and the closure of studios? And people were also bringing up that there's two studios that are currently part of PlayStation, Media Molecule, and I think the other one is Ember Studios, that could be next to get the cut. And for those of you that don't know, Media Molecule came up with the Little Big Planet series and Dreams, and they've stopped for support for Dreams, which I think was really good. It's a really good premise. It's the only real game engine on console, if you think about it. But yeah, this is just one piece of the puzzle that's part of the bigger picture. That you know, PlayStation has been trying to push a lot of live service games. We saw this with Concord, and we're seeing it with Marathon coming out soon, which I think Marathon doesn't look too bad. I think it's going to perform really well. But we're seeing a big push for live service, and that could be one of the reasons why PlayStation is making the cut. And we all know from past experience and from experience, live service games don't work out, man. Nobody wants microtransactions and live service games. We just want single player games. Just give us single player games, man. That's all we want. We just want good quality. Just give us single player games. That's all we want. And yeah, it's unfortunate. My heart goes out to the entire team and to the CEO of Bluepoint Games, the ex-CEO of Bluepoint Games, put out a statement saying it was a real gut punch. And I think for a lot of gamers, it is a gut punch. So really, man, God bless the studio. And I think, yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's really, but it's upsetting as well. And I think it also just comes down to poor leadership. There are people in charge that don't play games and don't know anything about games and don't know what gamers want. They think we want live service stuff, but we don't. And yeah, they're shutting down of that studio. It's a real sad affair. But that's not the only news, of course. And Xbox then obviously, PlayStation came out with a statement they're shutting down Bluepoint, and Xbox then just I don't know, they thought they're just gonna one up PlayStation, and they Phil Spencer, who was the CEO of Xbox for 38 years. He announced his retirement. Now, he has been speaking about it for a while. He spoke about it last year, the 27th of January. He was in an interview, and he spoke about this retirement that he's going to do. But yeah, he came out a few days ago, or well, today is the 21st. He came out yesterday or the day before, and he announced his retirement, which is big news. A lot of people didn't agree with his way that he ran the company and the things that he did, the changes. But at the end of the day, I think you have to give the man credit. 38 years is a long time, and you can't please anybody. Not all of the decisions you're going to make, he's going to make one that people agree with. So my hat goes off to the guy. And, Xbox hasn't been the same. It's been going downhill. They've been losing a lot of things. The reputation hasn't been the best. And I think they have an opportunity now to maybe shake things up a bit. People aren't sure about the new CEO coming in, who is a female. Not that it matters, because gaming is gaming. And but the new CEO that's coming in is actually who was in charge of AI. And people are a bit concerned about that, because now they're making a big push into AI. But then she came out with a statement saying they don't want AI slop at all in the game, which is good. So only time will tell, unfortunately. And I'm excited for that. Maybe this is a shake-up that Xbox needed. They were kind of slacking, and I think this is something that they needed to kind of get back on track. In that same news as well, Unity is now also making a big push to AI. They came out with a statement, or one of the in leadership said that AI will soon be able to make entire games. And this is coming from Unity. Unity is, let me just say, I use Unity because I really believe in the engine. A lot of top games are made in Unity. Escape from Tarkov, Hollow Knight. Brilliant, man. But I think the push for AI, it's very dangerous, man. You're walking on a very, very thin bridge. It's not something you want to do at all. So, yeah, I don't know where this is coming from, but when it comes to AI, I think us as artists, us as game developers, even players, we're very iffy on the AI thing. So, Unity came out with that statement. And I think that is, just some of the bigger news. This is big news for us in gaming. PlayStation is taking a huge stance with the closure of Bluepoint. Fans and players are not happy, and we're making our voices known on social media. You guys would have seen all of it. And the same with Ubisoft. Ubisoft came out with a statement again saying, they have a ton of games in development, and Splinter Cell remakes in the back door, and Far Cry games. And I think the trust is very on edge with him because of the recent layoffs and Sands of Time remake cancellation. So, yeah, that's the gist of it. But I think I just wanted to cover that. And big news, PlayStation closing Bluepoint Studios, Xbox Phil Spencer, who is a legend. I know a lot of people didn't agree with what he did, but still he ran the company, or he was in charge of the company for 38 years, which is huge. And I think this just shows how gaming is changing. But I also just want to make a statement on that, is that I think gaming is transitioning into something different. There is a big push for online games, live service titles, but I also think it's an opportunity for indie studios and AA studios to come up and rise. I would like to also point out that Crimson Desert is coming out, and if Crimson Desert is really as good as they are saying, as they are making it out to be, the game reveals, or the gameplay reveals, if they really can perform, they can really, really, really take over this year, and they can really win Game of the Year. I think they just need to be honest and stick to their guns and give us what we want. Give us what you're showing us. But I also think it's an opportunity for indie games to really, really step up and come out. We saw this happen last year with Clair Obscur. Nobody expected it. There were a small team of 33 people. They were really tiny. Came out of nowhere, blew everyone away. And I think that there's that room right now for smaller studios to take over. The gaming world is falling apart, but it's also making a rise for new foundations. So I think that's kind of something. Capcom is, they're feeding us, man. Resident Evil, Monster Hunter stories, they really just coming out this year. Onimusha was released or revealed. So we have these companies that we can rely on, but I think with PlayStation and Xbox's decisions, I think there's a problem in the leadership, unfortunately. They're not listening to the gamers. And I think that covers about it. I just wanted to say, what the hell is going on, man? Like, where's all these things coming from? Tell me your thoughts about what you guys think about this. It's a very short vlog and a very short video, but I think it was important to cover it. And most certainly you will see it everywhere. But it's important that we're all on the same page. So yeah, I'll be releasing the new vlog next week. And that's going to be on Resident Evil Requiem. Man, I'm so excited for this. It's the only Resident Evil game I've actually played since Biohazard, which was Resident Evil 7. So I'm really excited for that. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Keep your eye out. But yeah, that's all from my side on this QTE. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. God bless.